Hi friends, welcome to Insurance Decoder. And friends, these days the term insurance has become very important. And when we talk about the term insurance, it is why it is important, because here you get big cover in a small premium. You pay a very small premium and the coverage is very big. And this is the real insurance. The other traditional insurance are actually investments. They are not the insurance in true sense. So we have many questions related to term insurance, because people ask what is right, what is wrong, whether we should take term insurance, we shall not take because the insurance will pay only if the insurance holder dies. What if the insurance holder does not die till the maturity? Then people keep thinking that whether they are taking the right decision, and what should be the sum assured, what should be the coverage period. These are the questions obviously will be coming in your mind. So in this video I will tell you 20 important things which everybody shall know before buying or investing in a term insurance plan. So you shall keep all these 20 things in your mind if you are making or taking any term insurance policy. Let's start. First and foremost thing is buy at early age. Friends, when we buy term insurance at early age, the insurance premium is very less. As you grow older, the insurance premium will keep increasing. Suppose if you are buying at the age of 20, then your premium will be half than if you are buying at the age of 40. So the earlier you buy, the premium will be lower, and since it is a term insurance, throughout your policy period your premium will remain same. So you will be getting double coverage at the same premium if you are buying 10 years later. Second thing, don't buy for longer period like 99 years. Generally people have the mindset that if they will die, if they will buy a term insurance policy for 65 years, and suppose they do not die in 65 years, and if they remain alive say for 90 years, then the insurance company will not pay them anything and their entire premium will go in loss. Friends, this is not like this. Term insurance is for the protection of the finance. As you stop earning, your financial protection is not required. You have to make the retirement planning for that. The insurance is not for your money buying, it is for the for the protection against the financial loss. So ideally the insurance, the term plan you should take is for the till the time you want to earn. If you want to work till the age of 60, buy the term plan for the 60 years. If you want to work till the 70 years, buy the term plan for 70 years. And if you want to work till 80 years, buy the term plan for 80 years. And depending on your the liabilities, you shall buy the term plan. Third important thing is don't be afraid of medical tests. Generally, people keep asking that whether an insurance company is good if they are providing the policy without any medical test. And people are afraid of many insurance companies because they have to undergo medical test. And there are certain insurance companies which sell the policies without any kind of medical test. So people feel that those insurance companies are good. Friends, this is not the case, because when you are undergoing a medical test, the insurance company has certified that you did not have that kind of disease. In future that disease arise, you will not have to face any kind of problem because insurance company was already aware of it. If they will not undertake the medical test, then they will give you an declaration form and you will have to declare that you don't have that disease. You may or may not be aware of the disease you are having, and in that sense you sometimes may give the wrong information unintentionally, and if that disease may cause the death, then the insurance company will not pay the claim. So in that case, if you undergo the medical test, it is good for you. The chances of claim rejection will be minimal. Then the next point is don't be discouraged by increased premium. Generally what happens, the insurance company will give you a premium. Then depending on your declaration, depending on your medical test, there are chances that in some cases the premium is increased by the insurance company. So you should not be discouraged by the increased in premium, because the insurance company has verified your risks, and depending on your risk profile they have increased the premium. So you shall pay the higher premium instead of moving to the other insurance company and hiding certain informations, because when you hide certain information only then the premium can be less. And if you hide certain things and you try to reduce your premium, this may hamper your claim settlement. Next important thing is don't go for single premium or limited premium. This is the big marketing gimmick by the insurance companies. So don't get into the trap of single premium or limited premium. Always go with the regular premium, annual premium. That is the best thing. Always when you calculate and do all kind of calculation, whichever you have. We also have certain videos on this topic also. So if you want to go, you can surf up to our YouTube channel, or if you have some calculation related knowledge in Excel, you can simply go and calculate on Excel, and you will find that always the regular premium has the upper hand. You are the winner in the regular premium, and the insurance company is winner in single premium or limited premium. Next point is don't take all the available term insurance riders. Generally, people are in the habit that if the insurance company will get, sir, take an accidental rider, you will take. Sir, take permanent and partial disability rider, you will take. Sir, take critical illness, you will take. Sir, take waiver of premium rider, okay, I'll take. Sir, take income benefit rider, I'll take. So these kind of perception is not good. You should buy only those rider which you feel they are good for you. Because if you feel that the critical illness mentioned in the policy are not going to affect you, because the environment where you are living, the kind of the family hereditary condition you have, you feel that the chances of getting into that critical illness is very less, then you shall not take those kind of critical illness. Suppose you are a shop owner, then your chances of going on the road and meeting with an accident are very less. So in that case, you shall not take the accident death benefit rider. Similarly, permanent partial disability rider, you should feel that what kind of permanent partial disabilities are covered in that policy. If they are not covered in a good sense, then you shall not take it. So depending on your analysis of your life, the kind of work you do, you shall take the rider. Then as possibly go with basic term insurance. So I always prefer to go with basic term insurance policy because it is the true insurance policy. If you want to buy any kind of rider with it, take it, but try to go as much as possible with basic term insurance rider, because here there will not be any kind of terms, condition hidden, and exclusion. All these things will not be there, so the chances of claim rejection will be very less. Next is do not hide if you smoke or drink. Generally, the insurance companies charge less premium from those who do not smoke, who are non-smoker. So I have seen cases where people smoke, but still they say that they don't smoke. So in this case, you are not cheating the insurance company, you are cheating yourself, because in future if the death arises due to smoking and some factor which affects the smoking, say lung disease and all kind of disease affected, and then the doctor say that it happened because of the regular smoking, then the insurance companies may reject the claim because you have declared them that you are not smoking, and depending on them, on your declaration, they charge the less premium. So it is always good and always advisable that you should not hide if you smoke or drink. Tell correct thing to the insurance company. And nowadays insurance companies take a medical test. In the medical test, they will identify that whether you are a smoker or you are a drinker. All these things will be identified. So better don't hide anything from the insurance companies. Do not hide your or your family's medical history. Insurance company generally asks about your medical history. They will also ask about the family's medical history, like any kind of hereditary disease they have, or any kind of disease your parents, your siblings have, like heart attack, kidney failure, cancer, etc. These kind of diseases that they generally ask. So if by chance any of your family member or father, mother, or siblings have these kind of disease, you shall declare them, so that in future the chances of claim rejection will be very less. I've seen people wherein people say that, sir, my brother took the policy and he died, and now insurance company is rejecting the claim. And then I asked them what was the reason of the claim rejection. They say that my brother died because of cancer, and insurance company says that it was not declared in the policy. That is the correct thing. Insurance company is right at its place, because the person was well aware that he was having cancer, and despite that he told the insurance company that he did not have any kind of disease. So in that case, insurance company will definitely reject the claim. Had he told the insurance company that he was suffering from the cancer, in that cases, the insurance company would have rejected the proposal, or insurance company would have issued him the policy at the higher premium. Whatever the case, he would not have been loser. Now he had paid the premium for 3 years, and now he is not getting anything. He has lost the premium for 3 years also. So in that case, you are cheating yourself. You are not cheating to the insurance company. Don't take small term plans. Generally, people are in the habit of that they take the term plans like of 25 lakh or 50 lakh. Friends, you have to identify that what is the ideal term plan for you and what should be the sum assured that you should take. It depends on the kind of loans you have, kind of liabilities you have, kind of annual expenditure you have. All these things shall be considered, and generally it is advisable that your term plan should be 20 times or 30 times of your annual salary. So roughly you can calculate, if you are earning say 2 lakh rupees in a year, then your premium should be 2 multiply 30. So 30, you should have at least 60 lakh term plan. And if you are earning say 5 lakh, then you should have at least 1.5 crore term plan. So accordingly, you should take term plan. Generally, if you are having a insurance of 5 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees, it does not make any sense to buy those kind of small plans, because they are not going to protect your family in case of your untimely demise. So you should always take the insurance plans which protects your family if you are there or if you are not there. Next question, always add nominee's name and update as and when required. If you have forgotten the nominee's name, just update as and when it reminds you. Or if you are buying a new insurance policy, always update the nominee's name in the proposal form. And many a times I have seen in cases where people died and their policy holder did not change the name of the nominees. Generally in LIC cases where people have taken the policies in the village areas, they make the nominees to their father and mother, and if the parents died before the policy holder and they do not change the name of the nominee, then family will have to suffer. They will have to give the heir certificate, and all these things will be given to the insurance company. This may be a kind of mental trauma to the family members. So to reduce such kind of problems, you should always have a nominee in your policy, and if there is any kind of change in the nominee, you should keep it updated with your insurance. And don't take many policies. One or two are more than enough. We have the apprehension that if the one insurance company will reject my claim, the other insurance company will fulfill the claim. So we take one policy, then we feel that okay, this insurance company, if it rejects, the second company will pay me the premium. If second company will reject, third company will settle the claim. In that cases, many times I have seen personally people having policies from 4 or 5 different insurance companies. Friends, this is not the case. Now ADI has given the clear instructions that if you have paid the premium for 3 years continuously and you are the regular insurance premium payer, the life insurance companies cannot reject your claim. So you should take one or two policies maximum, but your period, the term sum assured should be higher enough that it can cover the financial loss. And if you are having the policies, say 3 4 policies, then if one company rejects the claim, the other companies will definitely be aware. They will be aware that you have taken policies from different insurance companies, so they will also reject the claim on the same grounds. So it does not make any sense of having 3 4 policies. Ideally you should take one policy, and maximum if you want to go, take two, or maximum to maximum if you are more conservative and you don't believe on others, then take 3 policies. But don't keep buying of 25 lakh policies of 4 or 5 companies. It will cost you more, premium will be higher, then the chances of missing the premium will also be higher, because it will be difficult to manage those policies, and then the claim settlement will also be a difficult process. The next point is always tell complete truth while filing the proposal form. This I always keep telling in my every video. Whenever I meet people, I always tell that if whatever the insurance company asks you, if you know about it and you feel that what is truth, you should always tell the truth. If you they are asking that whether you have disease, if you are aware about it, you should tell that you have the disease. If you are not aware of it, then you tell that you don't have that disease, because you are not aware of it. You should not hide anything from the insurance company. Whatever they are asking, tell correct information in the proposal form. And always fill your proposal form yourself. Nowadays there the proposal forms are being filled online, so we fill all the proposal forms. Still there are some insurance companies wherein you will have to fill the proposal form in hard copy format, and these private people, they will ask you that, sir or madam, please sign here and here, I will fill your remaining details. And then they will say, okay, I disease, no disease, no disease, and they will feel that in this case your chances of your increase in the premium will be very less. So they will fill the detail depending on their requirement instead of your requirement, and they may not be aware about you as you are aware about yourself. So always fill your proposal form yourself and tell the correct information to your insurance company. Once you have received the policy, read the policy documents thoroughly and check if the terms and conditions, inclusion and exclusions are the same which were told to you before selling the policy. If there is any differences, you want to get it clarified, contact to the insurance company's customer care executive, or you can visit to the insurance company's nearby offices and get it clarified. And still if you feel that that clarification is not enough and you feel that it will not be helpful, you can surrender the policy. You have a free look period of say 30 days or 15 days. If you surrender the policy within that particular time, there will not be any kind of deduction other than the taxes and the stamp duty charges. So it is always advisable that if you want to surrender the policy, always surrender the policy during the free look period. Choose a good brand. Don't always go for the lower premium. Ideally, you should go and choose a good brand. It is not, I'm not saying that the insurance companies are bad, but for the mental satisfaction. Otherwise, what you will hear in the newspaper that this company has been taken over by this company has been taken over by that companies. In that case, you will always be having the apprehension in your mind that if this company will go bankrupt, then what will happen to my premium? What will happen to me? Although ADI has taken care of all these things, you shall not be having any kind of apprehension. But for your personal mental satisfaction, always choose a good brand, so that whomsoever you will be meeting, they will be saying, okay, this insurance company is good, and it will never go bankrupt because it has this kind of backing from the insurance, the backing from its group brand. Tell your family members about your insurance policy. If you have taken the insurance policy, tell your family member you have taken the insurance policy, and keep your policy bond with your family members. Never keep the insurance bond with you, because it is the family member who has to take the claim, not the policy holder. Then insurance is not for investment. This I always keep emphasizing, that never feel that insurance is for investment, and if I will go for this LIC plan, there is this much return. If I will go for this plan, this is the return. There are various avenues where you can make the investment, like there is mutual fund, there is equity investment, there are FDs, there is PPF, there is the Sukanya Samriddhi. All these kind of different investment avenues are there. You should invest on those avenues. Your return will always be higher on those avenues than you are getting in insurance. So never go for all these kind of insurance investments, because they are not the insurance. So you should take the term plan. Whatever the investment you want to go, you invest in other avenues depending on your risk requirements. The next thing is pay premiums regularly. Never miss your premium. Always pay your premium, because if you will miss the premium, the chances of the claim rejection will be very high, and then you will have to pay the interest on the premium. Then that section 45 is applicable, that if you miss the premium, then your policy is reinstated. Then that 3-year period will start from the reinstatement of the policy. So never miss the premium. Always pay the premium on time. Next is the select payout wisely. Generally, payout means what? If the person dies, then how the family member will get the claim, that is called the payout. So many a time people say that lump sum payment at the death, and I have seen personally cases where people have taken the insurance policy of say 1 crore, but after 3 4 years the family lose entire amount and they are not having any money for the regular expenditure. So if you feel that your family is not financially sound enough, they are not having the financially knowledge, they do not know about the investment, then always take the payout option like say monthly payment option for 10 years, maybe yearly payment option for 10 years. These kind of investment, these kind of payout options can be selected. So payout option is very important if you are selecting an insurance. So friends, these are the 20 important things that you should always keep in mind if you are buying a term plan from any company in India. You should have these kind of knowledge in your mind. Always think about these 20 points. There may be many other points. So this is my personal view. I have selected from my personal experience in the insurance, and depending on that I have given these 20 points. I hope these 20 points are very helpful for you. If you like the video, please don't forget to like the video, and if you are not subscriber to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. You will be having very important videos on insurance, only insurance videos, nothing else. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share. Thanks.